Be loyal. Be loyal.
Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro.
What we really need.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor, double honor to my elder though. Watch out for the fake and the audible. Class clown Stewie with it, but I made the honor roll. Ciroc 4 and 22. Never let them take your solos. We'll never pay for phone. Standing bold, the laws of God. Solid as they come, DMR solid as a rock. Boots on the ground, a few thousand about to flood the block. We be sounding off through your town, here's down the block. Bulletproof love for my nation that's correcting you. Correction at your neck, can't accept, I can't mess with you. Keep my circle smaller than the dot, you get the message, dude. Only you can knock you out your spot if you let you do. Multiply, add, no I'm not with division signs. If you about 2 dots in a line, then stay out of mine. Really I be on the grind, going hard for the 12. Know the gates of hell won't prevail, better listen well. Listen well. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro.
What we really loyal.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro.
Menorah on my chest before a Superman logo. 7 candles cross my chest like a seatbelt in a Volvo. Collision proof. Profits back, you should take a photo. Like an arrow or green light, man, this the way to go. Real commitment to the marriage through blood, no wedding ring. No Trinidad James, but still gold everything. Your bros will shalom you and smile with hatred in their heart. Launch an audio campaign and tape you after dark. Like a baby with growing pains, you may just have to fart. Do some burpees and get burnt, but stay true to your part. I done seen dudes twist and turn on their siblings from the soil. Some gon' betray you, and some gon' stay loyal. That's fact. In fact, that's spiritual. No, it ain't the physical body, but the spirit in the individual. The betrayal will have you full of remorse when it's brought to the light. Enlighten me on why you look so pitiful.
Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro.
Be loyal.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Loyalty for betrayal, bro.
So rock 4 and 28, that'll separate the faith. Say you want the kingdom, Christ is gonna make them demonstrate. Walk with you first the crooked way, gotta make them straight. And in the end you gon' wonder how you end up at that lake. Bring dishonor to the least of these, you do it as unto the king. Accept your righteousness to see the scribes and the Pharisees. Repent, not repeat, Romans 2:23. Deny the power, he ain't nothing but a parakeet. Send to build a tower, consider what you in it for. You doing it for the 12 and the spirit of it scared though. Damn Judas, I'm sticking to the script. John 15:14, I'm doing mine like this. Betrayal had them nailed and hung to a tree. Now they cross us for the paper, whacking out the loyalty. Need love for the nation. Matthew say it's wax cold. Luke 18:8, with a faith, they unpredictable.
Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro.
What we really need.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Bulletproof love for my nation is unconditional. Death before dishonor, loyalty for betrayal, bro. Loyalty for betrayal, bro. Death before dishonor.
Loyalty. What we really need loyalty, though.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro.
Be loyal.
Death before dishonor.
Loyalty. What we really need loyalty, though.
Loyalty for betrayal, bro.
Be loyal.
Death before dishonor.
And walk adjacent to Father's patience. Right next to Satan, the sin lies, they call me Raymond. Can't grow complacent, my heart is racing, the Lord is waiting. I follow in his footsteps, it's not complicated. I've been living in this hell, so I gotta make it. This could be my only chance, so I gotta take it. So I gotta take it. This could be my only chance, so I brothers been tripping for too long, so I've been walking face up through the mud with my boots on. And I'll be damned if I do wrong. I just hate when the news on, cause all I'm seeing is depression and oppression all up in their face. And they wanna give up on a day by day. Just know the Lord, He is making a way. So if you keeping the faith, hold your head high, it's gonna be okay. And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that?
On your side. See the block is getting too high. Time's running low, need a new watch. They fell for the do-out. That thing. I really wish you knew that you all been through all these extreme things. I'm trying to figure out what happened to you and me thing. Trying to figure out what happened to unity, man. I'm flipping on the news and hear the blues when I see things. I see hatred all around. Fathers and mothers with a frown. My brother in a puddle on the ground, like what the hell we gon' do now? When everything is going south, remember who you are, pick up your car. My people feel no more. Feel no pain when they kill no more. Do you feel what I'm feeling? It's alright.
And I don't even feel no more. My people getting killed, it's getting really real. And they don't wanna live on, no. It's cause of the sin, why we always gotta die on the block. Why sisters always gotta cry on the block. And mama feel the pain when I walk. And she hates how I talk, why you talk like that? Feel no more. Feel no more.
Welcome to the church today. I am Pastor Shoulder Right. And today we're gonna go over tithes and bringing money.
I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
Now back to my sermon before I was rudely interrupted. Shall a man rob God? Shall a rob God?
See bodies dropping, no top models, no need for worries, cause God got us. See masculinity need to be shown for real. And all of you that's cross-dressing would be dressed to be killed. Apollo Creed, but I'm hitting like I'm Holyfield. You counting sheep, but you the hireling, the type to flee. This for the meat, when the battle won, they gnash their teeth. I can't believe I even fell for their hypocrisy. Like it or not, it's Kwam Yasharala. Laws attached to the brain, medulla oblongata. We are not the same over here, we walk with giants. 10 toes down with the clay is mixed with iron. I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
Now, I know some of y'all been watching these videos online and you're being influenced by these black Hebrew Israelites. How can I tell? Because the collections is coming up.
Some people talk a lot, I just minister. In this race you gotta last just to finish first. I'm in a big league with the top prophets, warming up in the inside like a hot pocket. They told me stop prophesying, I cannot stop it. Every word I speak is fire, that's a hot topic. I'm still on like Sylvester, but I'm not Rambo. I be all up in the word, but this is not scramble. I'm still fighting for the kingdom, that's the pinnacle. Dear finish line, I'm about to run into you. They fell for the okie doke, so therefore they said you gotta say the name. Yeah, sure.
I can't get enough for this word, call me library. All you do is talk, I tell them read, I be your pallbearer. As long as my hands clean, I'ma teach, I let the laws tear. You rebuck your doctrine, can't believe I even fell for it.
See, y'all got to realize that we are under the grace of Jesus. Like we are the mercy. And you might be thinking, so why do we keep the laws tight?
It's a war in the streets and a war in the Middle East. A war against the truth and the image of the beast. All around the world, we protect the holy seed, while gangbangers never left the hood but dying overseas. It's IUIC, a new breed of men, the knights of the promise and the truth we defend. Rather fall in battle than the fall of Satan lies, so we follow God's laws, not the newest of trends. Yeah, still can't believe I fell for it. Now these heathens gotta take an L for it. I pray I make it into heaven, because my people, they done been through hell for it.
Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah. Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah. The Most High, I know he got me. Read the OT, you wanna know about me. They do, but don't doubt me. The good news, you can't stop it. Now that we waking up, studying the Bible, we cooking up. Everything looking up, 20 deep, we be pulling up. Teaching our people the truth, that's who we are. Showing scriptures for proof that what we do. They used to call us by every other name, but our God-given Israel. They used to laugh cause we standing in the rain, but watch our God get them. You know they trying to dodge the greatest ever comeback. Master of the lies, but can no longer run that. They keep us in the hood and they throw us in the jails, but great shall be the day of Jezreel. Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah. Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. That's 4, 5, 6 if we rolling the dice. That's right. While you trying to be rolling in ice, I'm trying to make sure I'm eternal in life. No girlfriend, I'd rather have me a wife. No hating, I'm trying to send you a kite. And since I don't right my wrongs, I pray that you decide to turn your wrongs to rights. Not no civil rights movement or marching, cause after that we still gotta proceed with caution. And no, I ain't talking about the First Amendment, I'm talking about keeping the Most High's commandment. That'll work. They used to call us by every other name, but our God-given Israel. They used to laugh cause we standing in the rain, but watch our God get them. Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah. Yeah, I know these nations don't like me. Everything they do is out of spite, yeah. Cause they know that Bible talking about me, but we strong through the power of his might, yeah.
We stand, we fall, we stuck in circles. This fight ain't flesh, this fight ain't carnal. Prepare your soul, repent and let it go.
Gotta get this one off my chest, then talk to him. We still watching for a nation who can't save us. What's the benefit, the lies that they gave us? Took our culture, our identity, our history, the truth and the facts, but underneath the same rug. Martin Luther King and Malcolm couldn't save us. Bobby Seale and IUIC couldn't defend us. Not a blood, nowhere, Crip, Vice, Lord, Brown, Parade, Cha-Cha, Davis, H, just go redeem us. Who's the one that's gonna stand up and esteem us? Black man still getting shot by the Ku Klux. Turn around and beg the same people to embrace us. Man, Israel is lost and they saw touch. Still got the cups with the codeine. Ride around the hood with the hammer cock 4 deep. Stir, you don't know me. If you look at me wrong, I might wet up your whole team. That's all we rap about. If you ain't talking about change, what the hell you really talk about? We had a kingdom, then they ran us out. Off the backs of the slaves, but it's still called the White House. Then they say that things changed. 20 churches, 1 block, and they still a change the damn thing. Verse 46, chapter 28. See them curses back again, and I'm back singing the same thing.
We fall, we stuck in circles. This fight ain't flesh, this fight ain't carnal. Prepare your soul, repent and let it go. You just running and running and running and running and round and round you go, round and round you go. In circles, circles, circles. You keep running, running, round and round you go, round and round you go. In circles, circles, circles. Get your soul right, get your soul, yeah. Get your soul right, get your soul right, yeah.
Mira, mira, ya tú sabes. Nah, this ain't no Rico Suave. It's the prophets of the Lord that's beside ya. Meditate on scripts and let them guide ya. No more smoking on a ganja. Lament and mourn like Jeremiah. I need a double portion like Elijah. Cause the devil lurks, he quick to find ya. Yo no quiero regresar mi pasado, porque si no voy a ir con el diablo. Es tiempo que por fin nos levantamos. El hombre viejo cada día lo mato. Así es, yo dale luz. Throw away that garbage, pagan cruise. That same cross you know we was executed on, but you got it on like an idol, now you know that's wrong. We not niggas, we not spicks. We ain't slaves of Indians. We ain't at all who you think. We them kings of the king. Eat from my ruddy red bone, I'm a speckled bird. Well done when I'm black like a cake unturned. 8 years in the truth and I'm still a babe. Meditate on the milk, call it the late shade.
We fall, we stuck in circles. This fight ain't flesh, this fight ain't carnal. Prepare your soul, repent and let it go. You just running and running and running and running and round you go, round and round you go. In circles, circles, circles. You keep running, running, round and round you go, round and round you go. In circles, circles, circles. Get your soul right, get your soul, yeah. Get your soul right, get your soul right, yeah.
Presta atención, abre los oídos. Somos israelitas, no somos latinos. Grito en negro con los ojos.
Mic check.
Turn us up.
Hey, shalom. Most High Christ bless. Welcome back to another week of WCO.
Hey.
What about?
There we go.
Damn.
Late.
All praise to the Most High, man. You got IUIC Arkansas holding it down for IUIC Austin tonight, man.
Boy, that's right.
It's epic.
Right.
All praise to the Most High. You got myself, Officer Emmanuel, to my right.
Officer Baruch.
To my left.
Officer Jonah.
To my slightly further left.
Officer Hezekiah.
To my furthest left.
Officer Zachariah.
All praise to the Most High God. So, yes, the topic for the night on Wisdom Cried Out is rappers and RICOs.
Hey.
Rappers and RICOs, the war for our youth. Unfortunately, within the black and Hispanic community, our leaders have become our entertainers, right? Primarily the rappers. The rappers are the main influencers of the up-and-coming generation.
Right.
And one thing that we like to do, you know, on Let's Talk Truth radio show, our radio show, you know, every Sunday, 12 to 2 p.m., you know what I'm saying? Central Standard Time. On our radio show, we like to cover issues and topics, whether it be revealing the things that's deeply hidden within, you know, history in America, dealing with our people and the oppression that we face, or the, you know, the current topics that's pertinent to this present generation.
Right.
The millennial monsters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Generation Zombie, right? So a lot of these outlets and podcasts and stuff like that, they may hit on certain issues dealing with, you know, the detriment of, you know, the current rap music and all of that stuff.
Right.
But they don't tap into the Bible to show the real problems and how they misleading the youth and the young generation. It's one thing to say, oh, they guiding the young men astray and all that and all the killing and they need to stop all the drugs and popping the pills. But without the word of God, you ain't giving no real solution. You ain't providing no type of concrete foundation towards healing and changing the problem.
That's right.
Giving some type of curve, like, okay, when they stop doing that, what's next? What they gonna identify with? Because the reason why these young men join all these rap cliques and want to claim this and this and that ENT, be a part of a gang, is because they don't got no identity. Right. They just looking for something to identify with. You gotta think these young men be willing to put their life on the line for a block that don't belong to them.
Right, that ain't this.
For 3 letters. You understand? That don't stand for nothing important at all. These young men be willing to die over colors. You understand? So just imagine if we able to convert these young men that's willing to die for nothing, if we convert them to their true identity, the biblical Israelites.
That's right.
That's something to die for.
That's right.
You understand? So that's the mission, that's the objective. That's why we deal with these topics, all right? So I want to open up, with it being wisdom cried out, you know, might as well open up with Proverbs 1 to 20. Let's start there. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20.
Come on.
Wisdom crieth without.
Wisdom cry without, meaning outside. You understand?
Right.
Wisdom is crying outside, and that's what you see with us on the street each and every day, day in and day out, going directly to the people where they at. Go ahead.
She uttereth her voice in the streets.
Come on.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Read.
And the openings of the gates.
Right, where the people mainly, you know, posted at, where they loitering at. Go ahead, read.
In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
So God, the wisdom that's crying out is pleading to the people of God. How long will y'all love simplicity? You got to think it's been decades of the same thing. And right now you got the RICO wave going on, and we're going to deal with that. But it started in the 90s, the rappers with the big cases, the big court cases.
Right.
And, you know, things of that nature. And we've covered before, and we're going to touch on a little bit, Lord's willing, how the whole gangster rap thing even came into fruition as far as on a mainstream level. It was backed by private prisons.
Exactly.
They knew the effect that would come from putting those type of vibrations out into the earth as it pertains to our people.
Right.
They knew that it would influence us to commit those things that's being told in those lyrics. They knew the power of the witchcraft of the music. It would just behoove you to go get a gun and shoot a nigga that look like you.
Right. This is America.
Go rob a nigga that look like you. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right.
You would think after all these years, you seeing the fruits of the music, the crime, the killing, the hatred, the demeaning of our women and things of that nature. You would think that we'd have been and gave it up and moved on to something else by now. We'd have been and dropped hip hop. We'd have been and dropped the rap thing and all that and just kind of just moved on to something else. You would think that.
Right.
Message.
But the simplicity, our people love simplicity. Our people love getting on the beat and repeating the same thing over and over and over again. How I'ma load this gun? How I'ma use it on you? How I'ma take your girl? How I'ma slang these drugs? How I'ma whip that crack? Whip it and whip it. How many rappers then said they whipping it in the kitchen?
All there, everybody.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? That show you that we love we in love with it. So God, the wisdom from God by the mouth of his prophets is asking the people, how long will y'all love this simplicity? How long y'all gonna be caught up in that nonsense that ain't did nothing for our community but destroy? Go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scornings. And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. You will despise the word of God. We don't read no more. You understand?
Right.
Black people don't read no more. It's all about entertainment. It's all about social media. It's all about clout. It's all about having a name, getting attention. People don't care for knowledge. Knowledge used to be the main thing, the principal thing in earth. If you ain't got knowledge, what you got?
Right.
If you don't know nothing, who are you? Now it's, if you ain't got no followers, who are you? You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
It's more about an image more so than knowledge. Go ahead.
Well, I ain't got no knowledge, but I got some money.
Right.
In my pocket.
There you go. There you go. It's about the money or it's about the clout. Nowadays, it's mainly about the clout.
Exactly.
You may not know what that word means. It's an urban word for popularity.
Right.
All right, jump up to verse 10.
Verse 10.
Come on.
My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not.
So one thing about it, and I'm gonna deal with this on a twofold level, right? The gangs, the street gangs, and things of that nature in our communities is basically the way our community's set up. It's no structure. It's no like nothing. When the kids get home from school, it's nothing set up for them to get involved in. You know what I'm saying? Outside of sports. And that's right. Some communities don't even got no organized sports. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly right.
So with that being said, in the environment where the blacks and Hispanics at, with the poverty and stuff like that, with it being poverty, you got a lot of crime. The scriptures say, let's not be poor and not steal. When everybody poor and you ain't got nothing, people gonna commit crimes to survive. It is what it is. Right?
I'm tired of this, man.
With that being said, over the years, in these communities where there's so much crime, there have been conglomerates created and organizations, rinky-dink organizations with no real structure, but they got a name for their group. They organize or regulate the crime that takes place in their neighborhood. Basically, can't just anybody go over there and sell dope. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, have a pass, or you gotta have permission from the people the gang that runs their territory. So with that being said, right, it's a poor community. You got this organized crime organization, which is really just a gang. In that poor community, through the crime that they commit, they get money. Right. They got nice cars, the ones you see on TV. They got the jury that you see on TV.
Give me my money.
They bringing all the girls to the block. You understand? So the young black men in the hood, the young Hispanic man in the hood, you got to think when you're young, you are very impressionable, right? We at the house with rats and roaches. You understand? We ain't got nothing to do. I wouldn't mind having some money. I wouldn't mind being able to get a car like that. I wouldn't mind being able to wear clothes like that. How do I join? Where do I sign up? And the thing about it, these groups are always recruiting, especially if they see something in you like you got like an aura about you that's popular. You'll probably be a popular, sociable young dude. Or
Yes, sir.
you seem like you dangerous, you about whatever. You understand? The little bad kid in the neighborhood, they recruiting him off the rip. Because they know he'll crash out. He'll go on any mission they tell him to do. Right? So God warns us, especially for our young men within the communities, listen, if you get enticed to join something like that, don't give no consent to it. What we're going to show today is what will happen if you consent to joining these type of things.
Message.
Our people, we not shown enough, because you're in here, you're going to end up dead or in jail or, whatever. Right? But like I said, with social media in this day and age and whatnot, it's like they go so long before they get caught. And, you just see them balling out and being rich. And, the key thing about being a rapper now is really living what you rap. So, because it was like, it became like a gimmick after a while, like, every rapper somehow shooting guns and catching 1 million bodies. Come on, Lil Wayne. You was getting signed since you was 11 years old. We know you ain't out here with no chopper. Just knock it off, right?
You hang with white people.
But then you had the wave where people, you see these young people, when they shooting videos, it ain't the big label videos with the yachts and the boats and all of that.
Nah, they
shooting a video right in on a raggedy ass block.
Right in the trap.
With the
in the trap house.
The
right
boys
there.
on the windows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that brought on a whole new wave. Like, damn, you really can be a real rapper. Like, you can rap and really be in that life
Gangster
and really
rapper.
be sliding and really be this and really be that. You understand? So it's enticing to the young men that live that lifestyle. Not only can we live this lifestyle, but we can rap and be real.
Right.
We can be real rappers, be authentic. We can get paid. We can get rich. And bring it back to the hood for all the homies that don't rap. We can fund the activity.
Right, the extracurricular activity.
For real, read on.
If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood.
Read.
Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause.
Because that's gang activity, right? You either drilling, you know what I'm saying? You sliding on the enemy, you waiting for blood, or you ready to slay the innocent. You ready to take something. Somebody that ain't did nothing to nobody or whatever. They just a victim. They just food. It is what it is. That's how you get your money. Go ahead.
Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that go down into the pit.
Read.
We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse.
So what I want y'all to see from verses 13 and 14, it says, we shall find our precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. So you gotta put this into perspective now. All of this activity, basically, when you identify as a us, a we, a our, that means anything that any individual does in the name of that group, guess what? The whole group is held accountable.
Give me my money.
By association. Right. And that's, you see some rappers coming out and they copping pleas and all that. Not knowing that they incriminate,
Mama.
When you rapping, when you a rapper affiliated with street dudes, it's in your lyrics. I could never tell, I could never testify, I could never this, I could never that. But, you rapping and you throwing it up. You can't get in that courtroom and be like, I just signed up for the rapping part.
Congratulations.
I just signed up for the rapping part.
Right.
Nah, homie. In order to throw that stuff up and hang around them guys and have their protection before y'all was facing that case, you understand? You had to plead pledge to some type of loyalty. Like, hey, if this and this and that happen or whatever, I'm quiet, because it's a collective act. No matter what your role is, you guilty by association, affiliation.
That's right.
My son, walk not thou in the way with them.
Come on.
Refrain thy foot from their path.
Right. So that's the wisdom of God. And that's what we do. Because people be acting like, y'all need to go and reach the youth and try to da-da-da. That's what we do. We literally go to exactly where they at. And we give them the wisdom of God. What we supposed to do?
That's right.
What we gonna do if we just give them hot dogs and chips and school supplies? They gonna steal game, man.
Right.
They gonna still devote their life to either sports, rapping, or some nonsense. No, we gotta give them the wisdom of God. God said, listen, when you get enticed by that group, I know they getting money and they look like they shining and all of that. Trust me. That path is a path that leads to destruction. It's simplicity. It's done nothing for our people. What gang member, a gang that you know has went on to develop a great legacy of changing the community from the gutter to the suburbs with new schools and you know what I'm saying? Scholarships and come on, man. We should be beyond this at this point. But it takes, like I said, the young men in our community, they impressionable. They don't know no better. So we got to meet them where they at and show them, listen, it's not worth it. At an early age, this is what you need to identify with. This is your true identity. Stay away from that nonsense because this is where it'll lead you. All right, so let's pull up their first article. So this is the headlines. This is the reason for the season why we're covering this topic pretty much. It's been a lot of buzz on the internet revolving around this case in general, but the recent acts of this rapper, this good old friendly neighborhood, non-violent, ain't about that life rapper.
Yeah. I didn't do this stuff.
Put that on the screen.
Meanwhile, his name is
Pitchfork. The hell of a name to be the good boy.
I'm innocent though.
At the game, you know he the good boy at the game, right?
Yeah.
He the one that don't do nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Why is that your name? Go ahead, read that.
Gunna released from jail after pleading guilty in YSL RICO case.
So you would think just by reading it, it's like, okay. I mean, he pleaded guilty, so, maybe that's all they was waiting for, to let him get a bond or, whatever, right?
Right.
Okay, keep reading.
The rapper was charged in a sweeping indictment that also named Young Thug and members of the Young Stoner Life Collective.
Scroll down.
Gunna pleaded guilty today to one count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations RICO Act.
Come on.
Atlanta's Channel 2 Action News reports and Pitchfork can confirm the rapper took an Alford plea, meaning that he pleaded guilty to the one charge while maintaining his innocence on that same charge as a form of self-preservation.
Now, just reading that, that don't sound right. That don't sound right.
Somebody
I'm guilty.
Come on now, dog.
But
I ain't do it.
I ain't guilty.
I didn't do this stuff.
What? Yeah. Like, it's in the Bible, but not of the Bible. Looking at
Like I was a part of the crime, but I'm not of the crime.
Come on, man.
Like, I was there, and I ain't see nothing, but I saw, but I ain't see.
I just know it wasn't mine.
Right.
Wait, what are we talking about again?
Keep reading. Watch this.
That man just played. He just played insane. That was that's smart, man. That's smart as hell right there.
Keep reading.
Gunna was sentenced to 5 years in prison, but it was commuted to time served. The remaining balance of the sentence has been suspended too, meaning that he has been released from custody.
Right, so he did 7 months for a charge that come with 5 years off the rip.
Damn.
This is America.
Now, I don't know if y'all, BG wicked. Don't listen to BG. But I grew up on BG. And if BG got a song, it's called Don't Talk to Me. Don't talk to me. You got out on early release. Don't talk to me. He said basically in a song he was like, I hope it rained on you and you get shocked by that wire. Basically, if you get out that early for a case like that, we know you working for the police.
He took that cheese, didn't he?
Yeah, you took that cheese.
The rat bit that cheese.
The rat bit the cheese.
Damn.
You wearing a wire that don't come around here. For real.
Damn.
Keep reading.
Meaning that he has been released from custody as part of the deal. The rapper will serve 500 hours of community service.
Come on.
In a statement shared with Pitchfork by Gunna's lawyer, Steve Sato, the musician said,
Watch this.
When I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang. More like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations.
Okay,
Really, nigga?
Okay, Gunna, okay, I see you, okay. Go ahead.
My focus of YSL was entertainment. Rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community.
Right. So you reading so far, it's like, okay, so he saying YSL just a rap label. It's a misunderstanding.
Well, he's quoting his lawyer.
No, the lawyer's saying that's what he said.
Well,
all right.
Well.
Keep reading. Watch this.
While I have agreed to always be truthful.
Stop. So the alpha plea is a deal, right? They not finna just let you out. If you could have been in jail, if you was supposed to be in jail for 5 years and you only did 7 months, mind you, before that, before his release, he was denied bond 4 times. Big money. Rapper, you think they finna turn down all that money to let him out? And out of nowhere, he do a plea that say, I ain't guilty, but I am guilty, and he magically get out? No, he had to agree to always be truthful. What does that mean?
That's right.
What does that mean?
He gonna testify.
You said, but look though, after that statement, you got the damage control. Keep reading.
I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements.
I have not made any statements. He left out the word yet, though. Go ahead.
Right. I have not been interviewed.
Yet.
Have not cooperated.
Yet.
Have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case.
Yet.
And have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way.
You don't have to have intention. That's your agreement. You agreed to always be truthful. But, like I said, if that first bar goes over your head, I've agreed to always be truthful. You think he just saying, I'm finna keep it real when I'm finna say it. And we're really not calculating what he just said. You think, oh, Gunna's solid. He ain't snitching, he ain't cooperating. His lawyer's working. Yeah.
Right.
Come on, man.
I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an alpha plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An alpha plea, in my case, is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward that same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL music and always will.
Okay.
I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction.
So that's also part of the deal. He got to go and teach the community, to stay out of gangs, right? So just reading that, it's like, okay, maybe, he ain't snitched. Maybe he just made a good deal. His lawyers was working. You know what I'm saying? He made a good deal. He got out there. He's still solid. He's still, whatever. All right, read the last paragraph.
Gunna was arrested in May with Young Thug and other members of Young Stoner Life label and imprint.
Right, about 28 or 29 of them. Go ahead.
The arrests were a result of an indictment that charged the rappers and others with conspiring to violate the RICO Act.
Come on.
Young Thug remains incarcerated as he awaits trial. According to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, jury selection in the case is scheduled to begin on Wednesday, January 4th, 2023.
All righty. So now let's go to the clip now. Because this wasn't, the clip wasn't a part of the statement, I guess. If you just read that article and that's how he got out, you thinking like, okay, well, it don't seem like he snitched. He didn't say, he ain't incriminate nobody or nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good plea. I need to plead that when I go to jail. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? So, but here's the courtroom footage of what had to come out his mouth.
The not yet part.
This is where he had to. he started squeaking.
Squeeze.
Started squeaking. All right, come on.
Hey, y'all gotta yeah, run that back.
Please state after each statement whether or not you agree or acknowledge that statements are true, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Turn it up.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
Stop! Stop right there. Now, mind you, his CEO, his big dog, Young Thug. You gotta think, man.
They probably watching that on TV
no way
right
in
now.
hell if you got a RICO case and two of the big names on it is Young Thug and Gunna. Talking about they innocent? How would they plead not guilty if their name is Young Thug and Gunna?
Right.
You set yourself up for failure. Who told you to choose that name? Young Thug.
Congratulations, you played
You better not ever catch a case.
Right, Young Thug sound like the leader, and Gunna sounds like the assassin.
Right.
Like he the hitman for him. That's what it sounds like.
Right.
Damn.
But Young Thug, come on, that's really like cheesy and tacky. It
is.
Really, nigga?
That, come on, man. But anyway, basically, the brother, which wasn't in the article that we just showed, the brother Gunna went in court and was asked, is YSL a gang? Which is what they being charged with. And Young Thug being a leader, get that guy way more charges than everybody else. You just agreed and confirmed. Basically, you seeing what got him out of jail.
Wait a minute.
They're not gonna deny your bond 4 times just because they wanted you to plead halfway guilty. Like, I'm guilty, but not really. But since y'all want me to say it, all right. They not finna just let you out because of that. No. You gotta help them out. You gotta help the prosecution out. And by him saying it, confirming, yes, ma'am, it's a gang. By yes, ma'am. Is it a gang?
The hell is this?
Yes, ma'am. By you making that confirmation, is you everybody else, what they gonna do now? What they gonna say? No, we just a label. But Gunna said
I didn't do this stuff.
Gang. Remember, he said
it's more too.
He's gonna be honest.
Right. He gonna always be truthful.
Tell the truth.
Let's talk truth. Look at that. Play the video.
The vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Pause. So, Jeffrey, the name that she mentioned is the rapper Young Thug, which was his CEO that signed him, that cut his checks, right?
Right.
That, he supposed to be loyal to. They got in a traffic stop. This is how he got caught up in the indictment. He got in a traffic stop or whatever. They recovered weapons and drugs. The woman just asked him, hey, Sergio, when you were in the car with Jeffrey, a.k.a. Young Thug, and y'all were caught with all of that illegal stuff, you agree that none of that was yours, correct? Yes, ma'am. So what did you just do?
Sounds like a
That just like let's say we brothers, right? We in a house, right? We young or whatever, and $5 come missing out of our mama purse, right? We brothers. So we was the only 2 people in the house. She know it's one of us, right? So she bring us in the room. She sit us down and be like, which one of y'all took the $5 out of my purse? Both of us quiet. We ain't said nothing. We acting stupid, right? So she asks you, did you do it? Oh, no. She asks you, did he do it besides you? Did Emmanuel do it? And you say, you still act stupid. She asked me, did Baruch do it? And I I act stupid, right? Then she gets smart and she say, Baruch, agree or disagree? You're the one that took my $5. And you say, no.
I didn't do this stuff.
What just happened? What just happened? You just somebody took it. Who did you just incriminate? You just incriminated your brother. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that which should take place, and this is where Gunner doesn't get no brownie points on either end of the fence, or the streets or the Bible people. Because how is it helpful? Leviticus 5:1. So this is where when you read in 2 Timothy about in the last days people gonna be lovers of themselves and traitors and stuff like that. Basically, you're gonna have a slimy generation. Right? They would say that they do this for you or do this with you or whatever the case may be, but when it come down to the come down and they gotta choose between them and you,
right?
They gonna choose them. They gonna look out for them and they gonna slime you out. You understand? If he was supposed to be truthful from the get-go. In other words, when they got pulled over, he was supposed to say, that belongs to Jeffrey. I didn't know anything about this. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to let the police know right then and there. Don't wait till you in jail. You've been in jail 7 months and you looking at 4 more calendars to go.
Come on now,
and
dog.
you trying to get back to your girl with the BBL and the mansion and the cars and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Watch this. Read what you got.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 5, verse 1.
Come on.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing.
Come on.
And is a witness.
Is a what?
And is a witness.
Meaning you was there. You saw it. You understand? You knew who brought the drugs in the car, who brought the guns in the car. You knew whose possession it was in when it happened. Go ahead.
Whether he have seen or known of it. If he do not utter it.
If he don't utter it, go ahead.
Then he shall bear his iniquity.
If he don't tell, then he's guilty for that. You understand? So it gets this far. It has to get this far in the deal. Like, listen, Gunner, you're not a gangster. All right? Listen. You're going to have to sit in jail for 5 years for something you know it wasn't your stuff. Come on, Gunner, just let us know it wasn't yours and it was his.
I didn't do this stuff.
That's all you have to do. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's not Leviticus 5:1. You understand? That's slime. That's slime activity. That's YSL.
Right.
For real. But go back to the video. Go rewind just a little bit.
Hey, gonna realize behind them bars, ain't no guns in there. Right. You gotta come from the shoulders.
Right. Yeah, you can't be a gunner in jail. You might be a stabber, you can't be a gunner. Come on, play that.
Yes, ma'am. And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
Wow. So she definitely added some sauce on that. Basically, you acknowledge that you deeply regret ever being a part of this evil gang that has brought much detriment to your community. You regret this, don't you? Yes, ma'am. Damn! So you just agreed that they a gang that has brought much evil to your community. And Young Thug, your brother that you supposed to be loyal to, he's the founder of it.
The proven founder. They've already solidified
King
that.
Slime.
Yeah, they've solidified that in the court.
Right.
So he just agreed that, yes, that gang has done much violence and wickedness in our communities. So
where does that put Young Thug?
He got
I'm
to go.
innocent, huh? But Gunner, your friend, your pal, all these videos, you called him hubby. Your hubby. Huh? Your bae. Yeah, Young Thug, they call each other hubby and bae. Your hubby, your bae said that your gang that you created has done much evil in your community.
Damn. How is that helpful?
And those drugs and guns were not his when it were only y'all two in the car. So don't say that you're innocent. Your friend, are you calling him a liar? So you got to think, if Young Thug called him a liar, is that stitching? No, I don't know. Whatever. It's a hot ass mess. All right. Go to the get Exodus 23:2 real quick. This is what happens. This is what you're going to find yourself in when you're not applying God's laws. You're going to find yourself in mess like this. All right, read what you got.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
That's some wisdom. That's the wisdom that cries out to the people that love simplicity. Don't follow a multitude to do evil. You understand? A multitude meaning a group, a gang, a label, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. When you follow that multitude to do evil, whatever evil is caught and held accountable for in court, because you're affiliated with that multitude, you got to be held accountable. You got to stand on that. Everything that they stand for, you got to stand on that.
That's
you can't
right.
Be like, oh, but no, 5 years ago, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nah, bruh. Mm-hmm. You can. I mean, you can, you know. But you shouldn't have did that in the first place. It was all fun and games and good when y'all was in the videos with the diamonds and y'all was wiping y'all noses and it was all good then. But when you in jail and you know you getting, you know what I'm saying,
you getting wiped.
Yeah, you know, they apply pressure, all type of different types of pressure on you in jail. Yeah, they pushing P on you.
Damn. Wow. He got a brand new twist.
Huh?
I'm just playing.
Right, you getting your hair done. You know, when you in jail getting your hair done by your cellmate.
But why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why would you do that?
Know? Nah. You got to keep that same energy. Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rest judgment.
Right, and that goes into what ends up happening in these cases. All right, but let's go to the next video. When you and that scripture also shows you too what comes with following the multitude to do evil. You gonna end up in a case. You gonna end up in some type of judgment being passed. Mm-hmm. You understand? We'll go to the next clip. All right, so this your boy right here.
Living so lazy.
Favorite internet personality right here.
Yeah.
Let's see how he reacted to.
Gunna,
to that clip. Play that.
Say, I'm so happy. This is a great day in the black community. Gunna is out of prison. I never thought I would be happy to say y'all, Gunna is out of prison. Now, I'm glad he got out by telling. I think that was smart, Gunna.
That man is evil.
I'm a Gunna fan now. I'm a goddamn Gunna fan now, boy. That's all y'all finna need is Gunna. I'm gonna tell. That day, Gunna. I'm gonna tell, nigga. What? I'm the new Gunna. Yeah.
Damn.
That's the one.
That's the new
Gunna. I'm gonna tell, nigga.
Damn.
Nah, keep going. Now you get out for it now. It's Freddie Gibbs, somebody he was beefing with some years ago. All right, go to the next clip. It wasn't just him.
I'm gonna tell.
Damn.
All right, so this is see how Boosie reacted.
No.
We just gonna read. Go to the screenshot. We just gonna read. All right, let's see how Boosie reacted to Gunna statements in court. His yes ma'ams. Go ahead.
Rat. This would have put tears in my eyes. My brother, my artist, like what the F I'm fighting for my life. That I'm not running a game.
Come on, man. Come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Criminal enterprise. And and you do this to Big Dog?
Come on now, dog.
You know it's a gang. The guns and drugs not yours.
Come on.
Well,
now,
who
dog.
else was in the car they can be for? SMH.
Come on, man.
Direct. That's what we went over today. Indirect displacement.
Damn.
Go ahead, keep playing.
Yeah.
The next screenshot finna pop up. For real, man. And listen, and that's another thing too. This whole snitch thing in the black community. Like, pause. Like, I thought snitching was really what he did, but you know, basically, two people get caught on a crime together, and one person be like, "No, it was all him. It was him. He did."
Right.
You tell on the person that you got in a crime with. That's snitching, right? If you have knowledge of something that happened or whatever, a little girl got kidnapped, a girl got raped, the woman got her purse snatched or whatever, and you witnessed, that's Leviticus 5:1. Tell. Because what's going to happen, you come out the gas station and your car ain't at the pump no more. Who you going to call? You going to call your OG? OG, man, you going to call the police. You walk in the house, your flat screen, your furniture, all that's gone. Who you calling? You calling the police.
Yes,
So
sir.
stop but the snitching culture done got so strong, even though snitches are the majority now.
That's what
But
a lot
the
of shows
culture
talk
that got
about.
so strong to where you ain't supposed to tell nothing on nobody. And you know why Boosie preached that so hard? Because if that young man that's in jail for all the murders he was accused of change his mind, because there ain't no statute of limitations on murder. If that young man change his mind and go and provide information and intel that go back to the murders he got acquitted for,
I didn't do this stuff.
it's over with for Boosie. So he got to preach that loyalty. You don't tell, you never tell. Someone's got to go down. It is what it is. Everybody ain't going to make it out.
No, God, please, no.
For real. So that's why he preaching this so hard. But he ain't saying nothing about Mr. Crime Stopper T.I., his buddy. But go ahead, though.
He had one charge. He wasn't going to get no hard time. These lawyers don't give a damn about your legacy. They know what they doing to your name, but they getting you out of jail, so they name blows up. Then you got to pay them more when you free, and they made you cooperate.
Come on now, dog.
Whole game.
Right. So, get Matthew 16. Matthew 16:25. Just the point. You know what I'm saying? Again, when you examine the type of stuff that come with this lifestyle, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? Right? You get the money, you get the respect, you know, you gang, you a member, you slat slime, you wiping noses, all that. Right? And you get rich and you build a legacy. You respect it, you got the music, you done sold the records or whatever, and you know, hell, you go down because you was real. The lyrics and all, you was really living there. So you go down for it, right? And they telling you, hey, the next 20 years of your life, minimum, you ain't gonna see the light of day.
Hell no.
So you gotta think. So okay, I got this legacy of this real street dude to uphold solid. I only know what 3 or 4 years of success look like, but I'm finna have to do 5 times that in a cold set. Well, it's cold when it's cold and it's hot when it's hot. You understand? So I'm finna have to do 20 years in a cold, freezing cell with just a blanket and a rock I'm laying on. You know what I'm saying? Or I could say, to hell with that legacy and lose all my respect and credibility.
Come
Go
on
back
now,
into the
dog.
world and enjoy the money that I was able to make. And you know, the fans that don't care about that whole Stitcher thing, they're still gonna buy my music. You know what I'm saying? So that's either way it go, you didn't lost it. You didn't lost.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You took a L if you go out solid and spend the rest of your life in jail. You took a L if you come out and everybody know you squeaky. Everybody know you ratatouille in this jail.
You lose.
Nobody has a pet rat. I don't think. Probably some white folks, but
should have never got involved.
Black folks don't welcome rats around. You know what I'm saying? We stay away. We avoid those, right?
They actually set up traps to kill them.
Right. Exactly. Yes. People got whole occupations and careers based off exterminating rats.
Damn!
Ways to
So that's what you want to live the rest of your life label as? Cool. But either way, you lost. I read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 25.
Come on.
For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
So that's what Gunna did, man. In order to save it, but I mean, 5 years, it is what it is. In order to get back out in society, to save his life, he probably was, jail probably got extremely hard for him. You know what I'm saying?
He was separated from his home.
I hate it here.
Right. But in order to save his life, he had to lose it, meaning what? Lose the credibility, lose the respect, lose his legacy that he built in the rap game. He had to go outside.
Stupid.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
And whosoever will lose his life for my sake.
Christ said if you lose your life for his sake, not for your gang, not for YSL, but you give your life to the Lord and you don't let sinners entice you and you don't follow a multitude to do evil. You understand? Even though you can't see the kingdom, you can't see the wages of righteousness yet, it's laid up in a place beyond what our physical eyes can see. If you give up what you're capable of doing or capable of earning in this life in order to receive that, go ahead.
Shall find it.
You shall what?
Shall find it.
And that's what life is all about. That's what true life is all about. Serving Christ, serving the Lord. You understand? That's the way you want to go out. That's the way that you want to go out. All right, go ahead. Keep reading.
For what is a man profited?
What does a man profit? Go ahead.
If he shall gain the whole world.
Gain the whole world. You got millions of followers. The brother had the top selling rap album of the year. Pushing P. I think he might have got nominated for a Grammy if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's right.
The brother came strong with that joint. Now, I never listened to the dude. I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's pretty garbage. But, nevertheless.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? The brother gained the world. What the world has to offer. He gained it. But what happened in the process? Come on.
And lose his own soul.
He was going to lose it one of two ways. Going down with the YSL. Causing YSL to go down. Yeah, for real. That's how he went. He had to go out one of them two ways. And now what? Now what, Gunna?
Stupid.
You notice he said he ain't made no Instagram live. He ain't made no post. He know like he's gonna live a miserable. He's not gonna be able to do what he would have been able to did if they would have just let him out on bond.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Like, I'm solid, free the guys, da-da-da-da. But when them buns weren't working, they're like, listen, we ain't gonna let you out unless you put on that wire and you know what I'm saying?
I didn't do this stuff.
Confess, you give us what we need on Jeffrey, it's a wrap. He had to get them people his soul, basically. Finish that out.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Right. So what I like about this whole Gunna situation is he's a prime example of what you would get, where you would end up following this new wave. He got a song about a wave, drip too hard, something this wave. But anyway, ride this wave, something like that. But that's the wave. You know what I'm saying? That's how that wave ends. That's the shore of the wave. You either do hard time in jail or you be labeled as a snitch for the rest of your career. You lose credibility. You lose respect. You ain't going to be able to rap about that stuff no more. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're going to get denounced by your gang. You know what I'm saying?
Another hustle now.
Exactly. Right. He probably gonna open a beauty salon or a boutique or something. He's into that, the purses and the, the fashion and stuff like that. He'll probably turn into a lady. Who knows? All right. But anyway, let's go to the next. Let's go to the. I mean, he lost his soul pretty much.
Damn.
Let's go to the next thing. Come on.
Let me get a preset while you're looking.
Go ahead.
Give me Ciroc 911.
Yes,
There's some
sir.
good wisdom right here that's finna cry out for all y'all that want to be rappers. Because we looking at Gunna, he free, right? What about Thugger? What about Thugger now?
Did a lot of just you gonna have a couple of rap videos.
Nice. Hey, if you're a youngster, you want to run in the streets, please listen to this right here. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
What did God say?
Envy not the glory of a sinner.
Read.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Because guess what? Young Thugger, Gunna, they got millions of people that follow them. I'm talking about millions, bruh. But listen, it all look good. The gold chains, the platinum watches, the Rolls Royce.
Not only that, because you got to think, like, it's people that got money and got all them positions that didn't have to choose that path.
Message.
What came with, like, their glory is more so in the street credibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we really slime, we really run Atlanta, we really in the streets, all that. It was glory in that. Like, we rappers, but we really living what we rapping. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no capping our rap. That was glorious. And like I mentioned earlier in the class, that is what the young man gonna gravitate to. Right? Because back in the day, it was either you'd be a street dude or a rapper. It seems as if all these rappers have opened the door, beat down the door, and like, hey, you could be a street and be a rapper. Then you get by, you can do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Not knowing you, even though you got all these examples coming to fruition, like King Von. You know what I'm saying? You saw you being really about that life in real life. You end up losing your life. For real, after you lose your life, you get 4-5 murders pinned on you.
Message.
It probably was good that he died like that, because he probably would have ended up rotting in the cell not long after that. You see what I'm saying? And you got many, it's a long list of rappers that's being hit with RICO cases and indictments. We gonna get into that, Lord's willing. So you're starting to see examples like, let's go back to 2007. Where you was one or the other. You can't be both. You know what I'm saying? But that's the illusion. That's the glory. I can be respected in the street and respected at the award show.
That nigga's tripping.
You know what I'm saying? That's the glory, but you don't know the ending. And that's what you're seeing with these dudes. You gotta imagine Young Thug to accomplish all that he accomplished and sign on them orders and make all that money and buy all what he bought and do all this and this and that. To sit up there and have all these people he thought was his friends, his hubbies, his multiple husbands, ratting on him.
You gonna rot in the cell, bro.
And guess what? He gonna have all the respect in the world. Man, Free Thug, he gonna hear Free Thug till everybody that know him die. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Free Thug forever. Man, listen, that was messed up, da. And guess what? He never see the light of day again. That's a whack ass exchange to me.
Is there anybody left?
It's a lose-lose situation when you choose that path. Go ahead.
Is there anybody that he can tell on, maybe? Like T.I. did?
He the head guy.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Is there anybody left for Thugger to tell on?
Well, what T.I. was able to do was, and which is some other dudes being criticized for this, but, I guess with T.I., whatever. What T.I. was able to do was pin the gun stuff on his dead cousin, his cousin that ended up dying. His cousin was alive when it happened, but I guess he had a terminal illness or something like that, and according to him, they made an agreement that, listen, put all the charges, I'm finna die, put all the charges on me type stuff. So he put all the charges on his dead cousin. So if somebody die, then maybe Young Thug can do that and still retain his respect. But nah, it'd have been too many, including Boosie. Boosie then came out in the interview and was like, nah, man, you can't tell on nobody, period. Don't matter they dead or alive. You can't tell nothing.
Yeah, he said.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only chance he got, and maybe he still retains some respect, but he can't tell on nobody and still be, you know, who he is right now.
Unless he call out the white man that gave him all that money and them drugs.
Nah, that's nah.
You can't call
People
out the
don't
devil.
respect.
He can try, but it ain't.
Gangsters don't respect Frank Lucas for real. Frank Lucas, yeah, he's still a gangster because he told on police. No, don't nobody really respect him.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, was that it? Nah, read that next verse. Verse 12.
Verse 12.
Come on.
Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in.
Right, criminal activity, the women, the, you know what I'm saying, all of that lifestyle. God said, don't delight in that. Why?
But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
They're not gonna die without receiving judgment, and that's what you see. That's why they in courtrooms. You understand? God wasn't gonna let them go unpunished to their grave. It may come in the form of a disease you gotta suffer from till you die, like Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? It may come in, you know, jail. Either way it go, you're not gonna go unpunished to your grave. All right, so let's go to the next piece of content. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Come on now, dog.
Let's go.
Let's move.
Because you said, let me get the scripture while they get that.
Right.
Come on, man. I had ample time.
Man.
All right, let's go. Come on.
In the 20th century, mafias were ruling the roost, engaging in high-level corruption, bribery, and violence. While they were able to apprehend enforcers, they couldn't tie kingpins to the crime. Al Capone, for instance, was taken down by tax laws. So, in 1970, President Nixon signs the Racketeer Influenced Corrupt Organizations Act, or the RICO Act, to target these mob bosses. By the 1980s, federal prosecutors like Rudy Giuliani effectively used the RICO Act to bring down the city's 5 mafia families. Giuliani got indictments against the Lucchese crime family, who rigged bids for window contracts to the tune of $142 million. But what is the RICO Act, and how does it work? The RICO Act lets prosecutors target an enterprise who conduct any of these charges. Then, prosecutors can indict members of the enterprise to all the crimes committed by any member of the organization. In mob prosecution, this allows leaders of the gangs to be prosecuted. But as the war on crime and the fear of super predators started happening in the 90s, RICO started to shift from criminalizing mob families to street gangs.
They are not just gangs of kids anymore. They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy. We can talk about.
In recent years, a study found that 86% of RICO cases prosecuted people of color.
Pause.
Thousands of people have been convicted under RICO.
All right, so go ahead, go back. Go back a couple seconds and play that pie chart.
Years, a study found that 86% of RICO cases prosecuted people of color. Thousands of people have been convicted under RICO.
The street gang has been made into a folk devil, right?
All right,
pathological
pause.
folk.
So where we see that took place, nah, I'm gonna hold that. So basically, what we see is it was a law created in order to take down the mafia and the mob, the white gangsters, right? The Al Capones and things of that nature. Some of them was Northern Kingdom, but majority of them was white, Italian, you know, all that stuff, right? So here you have it in the latter end of it. What it waxed into was, this is how we take large amounts of niggas off the street at once. It was created for them to imprison their people, and it ended up being a tool to lock our people up by the masses. That's why the prison system is what it is. Majority black and Hispanic. They created this law. It's right now it's for our people, but we gonna get you niggers. We gonna find a way. You understand? We gonna find a way to call y'all, throwing gang signs and all that. We gonna be able to identify that as racketeering because we make the law, and because I don't know what a racketeer. I thought that was tennis or something, but racketeering obviously got something to do with you throwing up a sign and doing a handshake and claiming a gang or whatever, and y'all do something and one of y'all get caught and we can build a case and take all y'all ass.
The hell is
and
this?
That's what they've been doing against 86% of RICO cases is so-called black people.
And remember though, they threw the drugs and the guns in the community.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's a setup, bro.
It's a setup, bro.
It's a setup. A trap.
Yeah. Play that. Play that. No.
That was cancer that has infected U.S. society. The person who is charged with, say, if you hit them with the RICO Act, you say, well, if you don't plead guilty and you go before a jury, you're facing 20 years to life, right? And so the person, cops a plea. He says, okay, I did it. Just give me the lesser charge. Often, a lot of the times, they were just a bunch of kids hanging on the corner. It's like
it's not that simple though. When you cop a plea, you got to give them something that benefits the prosecution. You got to give them some information, some intelligence on the organization. You got to admit that it is what we say it is. The only way you can beat a RICO is if you can debunk that this is a criminal organization. If you can't debunk that it's a criminal organization, you're going down. You understand? So to not get the 20 years plus that come with it, you gotta cooperate. You gotta give some information. You gotta give somebody up. You gotta at least agree to. Now, what people say, some of them, what the rappers doing, they telling them that they gonna tell on somebody just to go out there, until the trial, until they got to go back to trial to get some of the trial. They going back in the world to get some money and handle some business or whatever. But when it's time for them to testify, they going to recant and they going to go back to jail and serve out their sentence like a soldier. They all agreed to cop pleas and do this and say they would cooperate just so they could go home and take care of some business and pay some bills. And when it's time for them to snitch, they ain't going to snitch. And they going to go back to jail and get their respect back. That's what the die-hard fans, that's the benefit of the doubt that's coming with it. But 99% of the time, they snitching.
Right.
It's over with. It's over with. All right? Play the rest of it. Oh, we good. We got the gist of it. You can get off of that. Go to the next video. So we showed that to show y'all the origin of the RICO Act. Where it came from, why it originated, and how it basically became a weapon of mass incarceration to our community.
This is America.
And I ain't saying wrongfully so per se, but the people hate us, man. They're what it is. They the ones that it's intentional to allow these people to get to a high level of success and influence before they get took down. You understand? They can nip all this stuff in the bud, right? But they want that illusion of success by way of being a gangster and all of that. They want that to be put out there, so to keep that private prison industry up. It's it's legal slavery,
right?
We don't what we charging niggas $20 an hour for in the world. They doing it for 8 cents an hour.
And we just got 20 of them. 29 or however many people went with them.
Right.
That's easy money.
Right. That's just one case. Imagine how many niggas they arresting per day in America. That was influenced by the rap music. That was influenced by gang culture.
Right.
It's intentional. So, a lot of it is us. A lot of it is them. Either way it go, The only way to get out of this trap is to choose your true identity. Stop trying to identify with these gangs and these cliques and all of that. It never end well. It never do. Somebody getting told on. Somebody gonna be a snitch for the rest of their life. Somebody gonna be in jail for the rest of their life. Somebody gonna die. For real. Pick your slime. Message. Play the next.
Hey, y'all already know who the yellow be, and I am rocking with our urban central right now. You understand me? Oak Cliff America said that meant that stand on that way.
I've been through these situations multiple times in life. I've been through multiple interrogations. I've been through multiple situations, and it's always going on. It never stops. We always going through something, and I will never tell or fold or my brother in no way, shape, or form. Go give me my 30 years, give me my 25. My daughters will see me off of FaceTime off one of these good phones up in here. Get this goddamn mail or however it's gonna go, come see me in visitation, because I chose for my own self to be a part of this situation. You see what I'm saying? And that's real. But your slime snitched and told a whole story. He's a... Oh, they got this shit at HD. They called that boy HD. So, Mr. Sergio, is this a gang in the criminal organization? Yes, we are a criminal organization and we do crime. Yes. This ain't no motherfucking job interview. Somebody fighting for their life. I feel sorry for Jeffrey. I feel sorry for him, man.
All right.
Up until he tell on himself. That's crazy.
All right, so let's get off. So, it might be somewhere in the clip, but I don't want to just play the whole clip and it's not in there. But during that live, because they chopped the live up, that's what I'm saying, because it's in that live, but they chopped the live up in that clip. Basically, this dude right here, a Houston rapper, he was beefing with YSL, beefing with Young Thug and Gunna them, right? So they don't like each other. So, of course, when the video come out, the enemy gonna come out there, that nigga rat, that nigga tell him blah, blah. So, he get on here, and he play the real nigga role. Look, if I go down, I'm going down. Give me this and this and that, because I chose this route. I'm going to stand on that. You know.
Come on now, dog.
You know, the spiel, the real nigga spiel.
The standard of them.
Right. Now he's saying he feels sorry for Young Thug and all that because they telling on him, blah, blah. In that same live, he was like, hey, just so y'all know, damn, what's his acronym? He got an acronym, his gang. Hold on, I'm finna find it. ASF, TSF. That sound like damn airport or something. So he was like, just going on the record, y'all. Listen, TSF, we are not a gang. We are an organization. We are family, and we are organization of some. He said we are family in a business. Something
the hell
like
is
that.
this?
So he tried to disclaimer like, look, me and my people, we not a gang. Right? But he mocking his enemy though. All right, get off of that. Go to the next clip. Let's see what happens.
Welcome back to Keep.
Yeah. Same guy that just made the live. This was the next day after he made the live. Come on.
Anyways, and blue hell is going on inside of hip-hop right now. Just a little while ago, you know, I'm talking about a few months ago, it looked like they got the whole YSL locked up, and now reports are coming out that TSF, 14 members of TSF, or 14 members of people that claim TSF has now been locked up on a federal RICO charge. Man, you know, it comes right out of Houston. They pretty much said a total of 14 people are now in custody for various violations, including drug trafficking, possession, Glock switch, and being a felon in possession of a firearm, announced U.S. Attorney Alamar Hamandani. Those taken into custody yesterday include Houston residents Anthony Ketchum, 35, Anthony Hopkins, 38, Brandon Milson, 32, Hassani Mills, 34, Jalen Penton, 29, Jasu Rodriguez, 32, Keith Moore, 34, Michael Henry, 32, Miles Smith, 23, Robert Thomas, 29, Sterling Brummett, 26, Titus Bailey, 35, 25, and Tory White 27. Now you know. Of course you don't see the Sauce Father Sauce Walker name on this. These are just his associates. Anyways, the rest of it says, Henry Basie and Smith are expected to make their initial appearance at 2 p.m. today before U.S. Magistrate Judge Christian Bryan.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Basically, he didn't get snatched up yet, but all his 14 of his buddies, 14 of the members of his family, got caught up in charge with a federal RICO.
Damn!
They're looking at 20 off the rip, and one of the guys that's in the indictment is basically his gunner, like what Gunner was to Young Thug, like his main artist, his partner. His main artist and partner with that acronym of his, TSF, is in that indictment. All right, so it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You was just, saying this and this and that, and then
the next day,
stupid.
What's up? You can't make this up.
No, they called his ass. They pulled up on him.
Yeah.
They either called him or pulled up. What you say? Dang.
All right, go to the next.
Can't make it up, man.
Scripture say, look, you think you stand, take heed, lest ye fall.
Right.
Play that. Well, yeah, we just need that screenshot. Put that on the screen. So this is one of the people on the YSL case, one of the artists, and this was basically, they followed the Gunna trend. They saw Gunna do that to get out. They were like, oh, Alfred. I know Alfred too. Alfred, please. So this is his logic. All right, I'll read it. It say, yeah, I'm home. I ain't had to snitch to get here. I admitted Young Slime Life was a gang because it ain't illegal for no group to be a gang. Look it up. That don't hurt. Anybody can be a gang. So somebody tricked him and told him, because what he's saying is, when he said, I admit it, that's like the R. Kelly, I admit it. I admit it right there. Homie, you a snitch. You a rat. You understand? But he explained it. I admit it, even though I admitted something, I am not a rat. This is why. Because technically, a gang is not,
by definition.
You know how the white people be like, the gang's all here. You can be a gang, but you can't be a gang in a RICO case where you gotta debunk the fact that you a gang.
Right, the guns and drugs.
You saying you just a label. We got tax records. We got, we got an imprint. We're not a gang.
Come on, man.
All I did was admit they was a gang. Nigga, you just got everybody. Nobody has a chance.
And then what's crazy? Just like we see definitions being changed, they could change the gang definition on your ass.
Exactly.
Including RICO charge, right at the bottom. You done looked it up again like, well, I thought it meant this. And then it changed it and said, including RICO.
Right.
Including your name in there.
That's funny. Stupid. Go back, read the rest of it, plus
the founder already admitted it, stupid.
Plus the founder already admitted it. So what are you saying? Now you're trying to point the finger like the founder, because the dude named DK or whatever, he snitched. Yeah. When Gunna snitched too, he did the same plea, same thing. He agreed to cooperate, blah, blah, blah. Right? The founder already admitted it, so hell, goddamn, she ain't goddamn. You know how they talk. Right. It's stupid so shit. I mean, what the problem is?
What you do?
Oh yeah, now let me read this part. What I didn't do was say, yes, it's a fact. People in YSL commit crimes like murder and etc. Because I don't know nothing about that. So what he's saying was, I ain't gonna, goddamn. I ain't gonna now. You know what I'm saying? All I did was admit it was a game, but I ain't get up there and say, yes, ma'am. They are, they a crime and they a detriment to the community and all that. I don't know nothing about that right now. But we is a gang though.
Wait a minute.
That's what gangs do,
Right.
Go to the next screenshot. He went the only one. It was Gunna opened the can of worms, man. So this is Lil Duke. Right, Lil Duke. There was another one, Young Thug, Main Mans. He took a plea deal. It's a year and a half ago, these guys won a Billboard #1 album. You see that downfall? You go from being #1 on Billboard being on a feds billboard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real, in a federal, they in a state RICO case. All right, so you get off of that. So you see what come with that lifestyle, man. People gonna fold, people gonna tell, it's gonna be statements, it's gonna be cooperation. People you thought was your friends that would never tell. They said in the song they would never say anything to the police and all that. Now they copping pleas and they're like, well, she technically got now, cause he already told in hell.
Come on.
No, that ain't what we agreed on when we let you start throwing that stuff up. Go to the next video. So YSL is not the only rappers, not the only rap clicker label that have been hit with this. It's a lot of them. A lot of them just in the past few years alone, even locally. All right, but play that.
Two Billboard-topping Atlanta-based rappers Young Thug and Gunna have been indicted in Georgia in a wide-ranging criminal investigation.
Orange County deputies believe a feud between these two local rappers and their alleged ties to the 438 and AFNF is behind that shooting and other violence spanning between Orange and Osceola counties.
Brooklyn-born rapper Casanova pleads guilty to federal racketeering and drug charges. The U.S. Attorney's Office claims Casanova led the untouchable guerrilla Stone Nation Bloods gang and directed a multi-state conspiracy in that role.
This gangster era of hip-hop gonna last for 3 more years. Every getting locked up. That's how every gangster era always ended in hip-hop. Remember I told you that.
Since the beginning of gangster rap, artists have found themselves in and out of jail. Some have even ended up catching major prison sentences. But these days, it seems like more and more rappers are finding themselves behind bars. Hip-hop fans are hearing the word RICO more than ever before in the history of rap. And some of the biggest names in rap are facing the possibility of spending decades behind bars. But how did we get here? What exactly led up to this outbreak of cases that rap is currently facing? Before we get into the video, make
Alright,
sure
so
you
now
like,
go to the next
subscribe.
timestamp. 242. 242. That ain't it.
The indictment of 6ix9ine.
Yep.
However, in
your boy.
Go ahead.
2018, the indictment of 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey Bloods started a new trend in hip hop, the RICO wave. Now, RICO laws are not a new thing. They were created back in 1970 to take down powerful mafia gangs. RICO stands for Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, and it basically allows prosecutors to charge everyone in the group for the actions that any member of the group carried out to further the interests of the group as a whole. Due to the nature of this law, it is easy to see why the feds like using it against rappers so much. Even if they're not doing the crimes themselves, if you can tie them to a gang or label their clicker entourage as a gang, you can easily take them down with racketeering charges. And this is exactly what the feds have done time and time again. Since 2018, they built cases on countless crews across hip-hop, such as Casanova and his gang, the untouchable Guerrilla Stone Nation, Glock 9 and AFNF, Hot Boy and 438, as well as OTF member Muwap and some of the BDs from O-Block. With all these RICOs being passed out, one city in particular has lost more stars to RICO than most others. It accounts for 3 major RICO cases, one of them being by far the most heavily covered RICO case yet. I'm talking about Atlanta. It started back in October of 2020 with Hubbridge Pablo Juan and 24 members of his local blood set being arrested on RICO charges. Next, in May of 2021, Lucci and 11 other YFN members were arrested on various RICO charges, and a year later, in May 2022, their rivals, Young Thug, Gunna, and YSL, were the subject of a 105-count RICO.
Damn!
Most recently, up in New York, D-Thang, one of the biggest rappers in the Bronx drill movement, and 30 other members of his gang were charged with conspiracy, which is a weaker relative of the RICO law. Out of all these rappers from the various crews hit with RICO and conspiracy charges, Hot Boy is the only one even allowed to be out on bail, and the odds don't look good for anybody. Federal cases have a 95% conviction rate, and all of these rappers and their crews are facing long sentences. So unless they take the stenching route, the the majority of these artists will have to sit in prison for a very long time. So the real question is, why are all these...
Let's see. So you see, it's a very large amount of rappers just in the past couple years alone. Them in double digits worth of members out of their gang, they label, whatever the case, going down with federal RICO charges.
Damn!
It's a sweep. They sweeping niggas up out of there. You understand? So again, like the scripture say that we read in Sirach chapter 9. Envy not the glory of a sinner. They not going to their grave unpunished. It's a long and hard fall. Message. To go from 2-3 years of clout and riches and all that to 20 to 30 years being in between a rock and a hard place, literally, for the rest of your life. Message. For real. No more daylight. No more nothing. So we gotta, I'm telling y'all, you young brothers, it's not worth it. You understand? This is what they pump on social media, on the airwaves, radio and television to try to get our youth to go down that path. It's literally genocide and mass incarceration. Right? So what we do, we try to come with the Bible to rely young men back to the Most High God. That's the only way we're not going to fall into these traps. It's the only way. All right? Get that in Isaiah 42:22. You was finna say something else?
I got to scoop this one.
Go ahead. Pull it.
Let's get 1 Timothy 6 real quick. 1 Timothy chapter 6. This is what a lot of our people get enticed by. Of course, we said the fame. We talk about the fame. And then the money entice them. But watch what the Bible says. Read that.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, and verse 10.
Start at 9.
Verse 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and they snare.
They fall into temptation and snares. And it's enticing, man, because the era we live in now is the social media era, but everybody can get rich off of that now. And it's enticing. We see it, and then these rappers promote it, and we see all them the fame, the fun, the hoes, the clothes, the money, all of the above. We see it. The rich man, this is enticing. We see this, and our kids follow these things. But watch this, read. It said it's snares. It's a trap. Come on.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
These are foolish and hurtful lusts that they fall into. Not knowing these things are going to destroy them. Now you don't have to have education. All you got to do is survive a couple years in the streets, and you might be an OG. OG would had almost $1 million on you off of drug money. This is what our people see, but read.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
This destroys our people right here. They want to be famous. They want to be rich. Keep going.
Verse 10. For the love of money.
For the love of money. Seeking that behavior like the officer read in Sirach. You don't know their end, but you seeking it for the love of money is what?
Is the root of all evil.
It's the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Read.
Which while some coveted after.
Because we covet after these things. You no longer say, and this is how you know the industry is, they're liars. Because when they get on the BET award, they say, I want to thank God. But it wasn't the God they were thinking about. It was the money. That's who they thinking. They coveting after the money.
Give me my money.
That's what it is. That's what they love. That's their God. Read.
They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
It is false. They're going off of vain things. If you read about in the Ecclesiastes, King Solomon was talking about that. This is vanity in this world. This stuff is vain, and our people go after it. Not knowing that this is for their destruction. It's a snare. It's a trap. Damn.
Hey, let me pull your scripture, man. 1 Corinthians 15:33. We're gonna close that. This is your scripture right here.
Oh shit.
1 Corinthians 15:33.
Come on now,
this ain't the real underground.
Dang.
1 Corinthians 15:33.
Excuse me.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33.
Come on.
Be not deceived.
Don't be deceived. Don't be tricked. Don't be bamboozled. Come on.
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Evil communication. They trying to communicate. They trying to sell you a dream. You can do all that. You can do all this evil, and the wages of evil is luxury, life, money, that lifestyle. For real, and that, you gotta think. Just the fact that we still know that them lyrics show the power, show the witchcraft, for real. It's evil communications. And you literally, these young men crashing out all over the world, crashing out to get this lifestyle that leads to death or jail permanently. Don't be deceived, brothers.
They said, do as thou wilt.
Yeah, don't be deceived, don't be tricked. That's why we exposing it on WCO. Right, so we got 1 minute left. We want to play this clip. Y'all already know. Y'all should already know what's coming out tomorrow. We want to show that. We want to play that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For the people, you know. Let's make that happen. Play that real quick.
This sound like L's. On the side where the real Jews reside, we gon' pull up. Hoary heads in them young lines when we pull up. Camp signs in the down flies when we pull up. Prophesying, casting down lies when we pull up. In the midst of tribulation, we gon' look up. Black Messiah cracked the sky, whole world shook up. We ain't need tripping cause we know we getting took up. If you don't wanna burn, come and learn, you can pull up. Drop the ad and we invading. Pull up everywhere like we calisthenic crazy. Boots on the ground for the Alpha and Omega. Ain't here to fraternize, we casting down imaginations. And we spinning like the Wheel of Fortune when your folks dwell. Them 7 letters one time, we ain't taking no L's. Shots fired, got your hair ringing like a doorbell. And them ain't 762s, that's Hebrews 4:12. Quit lacking and read the pamphlet. Christ being sent for the seal, God stamped it. Matthew 24, the tracking number, he in transit. Like a whirlwind, but he leaving.
So you can build up your local area. Don't think about going international with us.
Simultaneous, the white man see the minds. Meantime, we studying, praying, and applying. Understand, we the side where the real Jews reside. We gon' pull up. Hoary heads in them young lads.
Oh,
praises.
Hey. December 19th is tomorrow.
Right.
All right, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard. All right, the Arkansas Takeover 2.0 documentary is dropping tomorrow. All right, we broke ground in 12 cities over the course of 12 weeks. We did 30 days of count. We hit 2 Freakniks. It went down.
That's right.
We shook the whole state for 3 months straight.
Damn.
You hear me? We
That's right.
We covered ground all over the state of Arkansas, and it's documented. All right, so if you want to see that, check that out on IUIC Arkansas.
Yes, sir.
Go subscribe, right? Get off of this. It's over. We done. Go subscribe to IUIC Arkansas YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, and also the Let's Talk Truth Radio YouTube channel and hit the notification bell.
Subscribe here too.
Subscribe
also,
and put the Booster Club up real quick. All right. Make sure y'all support the troops that's out here doing the work, man.
Yeah, shout out to IUIC.
We ain't got it,
man.
Okay, I understood. Listen, donate to the Booster Club, man. Leadership going all over the world to make sure this word go out to the 4 corners of the earth so the end can come. So IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org is the PayPal. Donate, make that happen. In the meantime, in between time, we want to give a shout out to IUIC Austin.
That's
double
right.
honors to Bishop Kanai.
Right.
All praise to the Most High for the opportunity to be able to fill in for this great, wonderful radio show. It's an honor.
Right.
It's an honor.
That's right. That's
you know what I'm saying? So IUIC Arkansas, man, all praises. Hammer time, fix your face, wisdom cries out.
Who next?
You know what I'm saying? Just call us when you need us, man. We gonna POP, hold it down. You know what I'm saying?
Hold it down.
But all praise to the Most High, man. Don't forget to subscribe, all right? With that, we say shalom.
Shalom.
mutant. When you speak the truth, the Jewish media polluted. Making silence a canon, but the prophets can't be muted. We undisputed. Prophecy can't be refuted. Great mysteries, we break them down and make them lucid. Wake them up from snoozing, but they paint us as a nuisance. Long as they pulling strings, the trauma gon' be acoustic. Illusion of inclusion, rebellion and confusion. Mix it all together and you got a strong delusion. That's why Charles Barkin, Shackton, a fool and cooning. A couple stars talking, got a panicking and fuming. Make room for the real priests, we know what we doing. Truly battle tested with the oracles, we fluent. Disciple means student, must study to be rooted. Better get with the movement or be noodles when them nukes hit. Bow! Real Jew by blood. Real Jew by blood, man. How the hell can I be anti-Semitic when Christ look just like me, dog? Stop playing with me. Jacob's kingdom's on the way. It ain't a single act of the following. Jesus Christ, the black Messiah, better acknowledge it. Real Jews back in the building, backed by the sun. We be black unto the ground like historically black colleges. Jim Dropper, glorious. We like the warriors. Consultation with the elders, speak with the oracles. This God talk, this that high level of consciousness. Common sense tell you blood and my fathers come with some consequence. The recompense of your nonsense equates to this. Revelation 13 for you and all your accomplices. We about to abide in this. Imagine it, a kingdom with immortals with a reign that's stretchier than Pilates kicks. I do this for the world, never for the world. Sent to be in the world, but never of the world. This the thoughts of a Jew who ain't institutionalized, prophesying your demise. Watch it crumble for my eyes.